This is when I realized I had my gift of healing. I'm going to tell you a little more. I'm going to go further. This is a continuation. Just because I'm going back over things. My cousin was in Atlanta and she was dying, and I was preaching and I was traveling around the country at the time, and I got a call from my aunt. They said, Everett, you can save Arlene. So I called her and I said, and we talked. She didn't want the healing because if you can't be truthful, I can't heal you because you don't believe in anything. And she died shortly after that, and they probably was upset about that. But I can't give you healing if you can't be truthful enough to accept it. Next, my sister, the one that's fighting against me so much. She was in the hospital with toxemia, and I was out doing something, and they hustled me up in the street and said, Gwen dying. I never forget. I stopped what I was doing and I ran to the hospital, and all these big preachers said, we got to bind Satan. I said, what you binding Satan for? Satan don't put disease on you, your choices do. So I went in there and I anointed her, and she opened her eyes and looked at me because they had broke her jaw. She couldn't talk. I said, I'm here. I said, I'm going to get you out of here. And she just shook her head. I anointed her with oil, and I told her in 3 days, you'll be out of here. And in 3 days, my sister was well and walking. What really touched me was Buddy. I got called to preach, and Buddy had pancreatic cancer. And they told him he was going to die in the hospital. I mean, he was on his deathbed. And he told my mother, Mom was crying. She said, I'm going to go get all these preachers. He said, no, get Everett. What God did with him, he can save me. So I went to the hospital. I never forget, I looked at Buddy. And it's like his soul talked to me. And I anointed him with oil. I said, you believe, don't you? He said, yes. And on that deathbed, I told him he'd live 6 more months. God granted it to him. And right then I knew. But it's not something that I wish to toot my horn about, because I try to stay humble. It's not about what I do. It's not my glory. It's for God's glory. But it gives me pure joy to help others. I've always been a giving soul. Not to take advantage of, but it's my calling. So when people misunderstand me, it's not that. That's why he said I was a diamond hitting in the rough. God had me quiet because I was disobedient. Just like most of us in darkness. That's why I'm telling you, you can come out of this. If I did and I'm healing and I'm doing the things I'm doing, you can too. It's never too late. Don't let Satan tell you that you're not worthy, because that's a lie.